Hello everybody. If you want all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 891, The Old Map. Upper Beginner. Arthur worked in a tall office building. Every morning he drank coffee and read emails. One Tuesday he saw an envelope on his desk. It did not have a name on it. He opened the envelope. Inside there was a piece of paper and a small photograph. The paper had a drawing of a map. The photograph showed a heavy wooden door. Arthur felt very curious. He wanted to find this door. Arthur put on his coat and left the office. He walked down the busy streets. He looked at many doors, but they did not match the photo. He walked for an hour. His feet started to hurt, but he did not stop. Finally, he turned a corner and saw a narrow alley. At the end of the alley, there was a heavy wooden door. It looked exactly like the photograph. Arthur walked up to the door and turned the handle. The door was not locked. He pushed it open and walked inside. The room was warm and smelled of sweet tea. There were many comfortable chairs and shelves full of old books. An elderly man sat in a chair reading a book. A small cat slept on his lap. The elderly man looked up and smiled. "Hello, Arthur," the man said. "I am glad you found my tea room." Arthur was surprised. "How do you know my name?" he asked. "I sent you the envelope," the man replied. "I need someone to help me organize these books. I work alone and my eyes are not very good anymore. Would you like a cup of tea and a job?" Arthur smiled and sat down. "I would love a cup of tea," he said, "and I accept the job." The cat woke up and purred. Arthur knew this was the beginning of a wonderful adventure. If you learned a new word today, please make sure to subscribe so you can practice again next time. Vocabulary notes. Curious. In the story, Arthur felt very curious when he found the envelope without a name. This means he wanted to know more or learn the truth about something. It describes a feeling of interest. Similar words. Interested, inquisitive, wondering. Narrow. Arthur turned into a narrow alley. This word describes something that is not wide. If a street or space is narrow, there is not much room for one side or the other. Similar words. Thin, tight, small. Organize. The elderly man asked Arthur to help him organize these books. To organize means to arrange things in a neat, logical or systematic way. It involves putting items where they belong so they are easy to find. Similar words. Arrange, sort, tidy up. Surprise. Arthur was surprised when the man knew his name. This feeling happens when something unexpected occurs. It is the reaction to something you did not predict or plan for. Similar words. Shocked, amazed, startled. Adventure. At the end, Arthur knew this was the start of a wonderful adventure. An adventure is an unusual, exciting, and possibly dangerous activity or experience. In this story, it refers to a new and interesting journey in his life. Similar words. Journey, quest, expedition. Story written by Quen. Image created by Quen. To read, listen to all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. CC Music, drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads.